wind, it sounded like a monster.
Miriam Cruz wrote out Hurricane Maria from inside this bedroom. The storm's eye wall traveled right through mountainous Utuado, a city about 90 minutes from San Juan. The river that runs through this area rose more than 20 feet.
What was your thought looking out the window and seeing this river go up?
Terrible. I thought it was going to come, up here, but it didn't. Thanks God for that.
But the flooding caused landslides and knocked out this bridge, the only way for Cruz's community to get out.
We were afraid that we will be left alone.
But they weren't.
Right now, we're crossing a river with a pulley system constructed by a task force that's under the direction of FEMA. And really across the river, about 40 families who haven't seen relief up until today, up until this whole system was constructed.
This group of specialized officers, firemen and EMS come from New York, Indiana, and Ohio. In the past week, their teams across Puerto Rico have saved more than 800 people.
Thank you.
This task force took us to Cruz's neighborhood.
While we were conducting those assessments, that's how we received the information from the local emergency management officials that, hey, in these particular areas, we haven't been able to get there yet. We have no communication with them. Can you help us? And that's really what we're here to do.
Now residents are rationing this new shipment of supplies, and they're grateful.
When I saw them come the first time, I saw heaven.
So finally, we knew that they knew about our situation.
But with a broken bridge, food and supplies will be needed again, and communications are still out. This man can't get in touch with his daughter, bringing him to tears.
What do you want to say to your daughter in Texas?
Well, that I'm safe. We're safe.
You're surviving.
We're okay because of you. We appreciate your help, man.
Even without the help, we found this community doing all they can to stay alive.
Okay, you see that line in there? That's how we got the water on this side.
You did that yourself?
No, the people here. Not me, but the men. The men.
So if you didn't have that,
we had no water.
That despite President Trump's recent criticism of Puerto Rico's leaders and local response.
Of course we get frustrated because, we have done what we can.
As for the task force, this assignment is over.
Thank you.
And they're on to the next mission, continuing to help the people of Puerto Rico.
Thanks, guys.
We're also focusing in on two simultaneous volcanoes threatening to erupt. This one is in Vanuatu, just outside of Australia. It threatens to erupt. It hasn't erupted just yet, but there is a plume of water vapor that's shooting well into the sky, and residents have been evacuated in and around the Vanuatu volcano. Simultaneously and coincidentally, there's another volcano in Bali in Indonesia that threatens to erupt. In fact, it's at its highest alert level right now, level 4, which means that residents there need to exercise extreme caution. We've had nearly 140,000 people evacuated from this particular area. We've had seismic activity that also indicates the potential for a volcanic eruption. Again, that's in the northeastern sections of Bali. And just an interesting thing to note here, 100,000 people taking shelter in Bali from this, but about 70,000 of them actually live in the danger zone. So authorities are trying to send people home so they don't lose out on important resources for the people who actually live in that danger zone.